Hey, look at this. Sean Spicer, who anchors Spicer and Company at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right before my show, has a book. A book, another one. He's already a New York Times best-selling author. It's called Radical Nation, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's Dangerous Plan for America. I already have my copy. Thank you very much, Sean Spicer. How are you?
I'm great. It's great. I think this is a first. I'm so excited to join you. You know, I get off air, normally go home, and I get to stick around and be with you. That's fantastic.
Don't overdo it, okay? Because I've got a beef with you, and we'll get to that eventually.
All right.
No, listen. Seriously, congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
And I do have to ask you one thing, though. You left this on my desk, and it's personally inscribed to me. What does this gibberish mean? I cannot understand your handwriting to save my life.
Well, obviously, I just thank you for your support and your friendship, Greg. So I'll print out a little separate thing next time.
I have a feeling you might have put a different message in there. I'm not sure, Sean. I have a feeling you might be saying something else. But seriously, congratulations, Radical Nation. Tell us. I mean, we know that what's being done, but give us a preview.
Look, I mean, we talk about it every day on my show and on your show, but I mean, the direction that we're going in, the people that surround this administration are not qualified. They're taking us in the wrong direction. And then the policies. I mean, think about it. The president today, Greg, said that this bill, this spending, is intended to transform the nation. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that it's a radical nation. That's where they're taking us if we don't stop it. And I think part of what we need to do is to continue to call it out and to tell people, look, if you don't get involved, if you don't get your voice heard, we're going to end up with a country that we don't recognize in a few years.
Sean, you are an expert at getting your voice heard. And what would you recommend for people out there? And I wrestle with this myself. We know what's happening. There are too few of us, by the way, and you do a great job calling it out. What is the call for action? Is it writing letters to our members of Congress? Is it being active on social media? What can people do?
Yes, yes, and yes. The last chapter in the book, chapter 20, is a conservative action plan. So if you're a young person, think about joining Turning Point USA, the Young America's Foundation, campus reform. If you're an older person, go to a school board hearing. Heck, run for a school board position. We're looking at those folks just south of where I live in Loudoun County, Virginia, going out there, getting involved. So many of these people were never involved, Greg, but they're going out there. They don't like what they see. They're having their voice heard, and they're having an effect on policy. That's the point. If we get out there, if we take action, if we tweet, if we put videos on YouTube, then things can happen. But the point of Radical Nation is to give people a roadmap of what's happening and how they can actively engage in the process to stop it.
Well, it sounds awesome. Hey, by the way, so far, the book is being very well received. I understand tomorrow you're going out to California and you're sitting down with Bill Maher. Now, Bill Maher is a smart guy. He's entertaining. He's crazy liberal. And I have a feeling he's going to come after you. And you know he likes to drop the F-bombs. Are you ready for that? How do you prepare for a Bill Maher sit-down?
You know, you're right. I mean, look, you have to go places to sell a book, right? That's what you do. And I'm going to sit down with them and go through it. But I'm going to make a strong case, as I do in the book. I mean, look, I don't think you have to be whether you're a liberal or not. I'm going to ask a simple question. Tell me one thing that's going well in this administration. Name one thing. Name one agency that's being run well. They can't. So I think, frankly, the funny thing is he can come at me, and I know he will. But at the end of the day, I think if you're willing to defend this administration, you're going to have to explain why. And I think I've got the ammunition, and Radical Nation explains why I'm on the right side of history on this.
Yes, I believe you are, most certainly. One area of the government that is not functioning well right now is the White House press office. One of your successors, Jen Psaki, has proven herself to be uniquely weird in a lot of different respects. Here's a quick highlight reel, if you don't mind. Let's go ahead and play that.
Thank you, everyone.
On the polling, the president's polling continues to collapse. Is he aware of that?
How to shout at the end. Next time we'll do it during the briefing. While she was there, like many Americans, she got a snack. I think she's allowed to do that. I don't have anything more for you. I think I don't appreciate the like putting words in my mouth. That wasn't what my effort was. I think we're going to keep going along. Go ahead. Emerald, I think we've spent plenty of time with you today. Go ahead.
Why is the Biden administration
Emerald,
setting aside
Emerald,
compensation
let's give some other
for-
people more time here, okay? Well, we went through this journey together yesterday.
Look, I don't think she's particularly adept at the job. There she is blowing off our own Emerald Robinson a lot. Right. What's your assessment, seriously, of her job? I know we put together, some unfortunate moments there, but overall, what do you think?
Look, when I was press secretary, I walked into a group of hyenas every day. They were jumping up and down, waving their hands, yelling at me. She walks in, and it's like a bunch of Greenwich prep school kids with their hands folded saying, Miss Psaki, can I have a question, and then can I go to the bathroom at snack time? It's embarrassing, and you see her in those things. It looks like she's literally a school teacher, calling on children, scolding them when they ask her anything that she doesn't find as part of the script. And I think that's what they're used to. She was a colleague of theirs at CNN. She thinks of them as colleagues and friends, not as someone who's coming in there expecting to be pressed on the failures, on the double standards, on the hypocrisy. And there's quite a difference, and anybody can see it with their own eyes, the difference between how we were treated in the Trump White House and how they are treated. But I mean, it's such a vastly different press corps that's in there. They are truly an extension of the White House press office.
And I was blown away by... Well, maybe I shouldn't say that because Chris Wallace, I quite frankly, as a journalist, as a media personality, I have very little regard for. But he gave this review recently of Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki, I think, is one of the best press secretaries ever.
We all know that Chris Wallace is, a little deranged, but where is that coming from? Is that, do you think, he wants to get in good with her or stay on her good side so he can get guests? Is that the game that's being played?
I think that's part of it. Look, I wish I had Chris Wallace as a professor in college because he's clearly grading on a curve. The thing that I think is so funny is with all due respect, what challenge has Jen Psaki faced? I've said before, I admire Ari Fleischer a ton because during 9/11, through that crisis, he was a calm and professional presence in the briefing room that guided us through a national crisis. I don't know what Jen has done aside from scold people from asking tough questions.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So, look, let's take care of the elephant in the room that people are noticing on social media. Many people in the company know that my door is always open to them at any time, but I have one strict prohibition. I have a beautiful chair there. They can come and visit me anytime, but they can't sit in my chair. This chair means a lot to me. It's my favorite chair. As you can see, it's a recliner. Recently, you were in New York on a book tour, and that's great, Sean. But you sat in my chair, and you did so in a very defiant way, I believe, very provocative. I think we have a picture of you, yes. Had a long weekend promoting your book, and you took advantage of my open door policy. Sean, I must say, I do think you took advantage of my hospitality, and I'm taken aback.
But I left you a book, right? I mean, that was nice of me, right? I left you a book. So you didn't even have to go on Amazon to buy it, or to Barnes & Noble or Costco. You got a free book. I needed a place to sit and relax after promoting Radical Nation so much. And look, Greg, I'll make this offer to you. When you come to Washington, D.C., to our fair city, any chair that you want to relax in, it's yours. The offer right now extended to you.
Well, as you can see, I'm very particular about my chairs, and I need a chair to those specifications, not one of your rinky-dink chairs down there in the D.C. Bureau. I've been there. I've seen it. I'm not impressed. But, John, no problem. You did leave me a copy of this book, personally signed, and I do thank you. And, by the way, it is a great public service. There's some real gems in here.
You haven't looked under the you haven't looked under the cushions yet, have you?
Oh, gosh. What the... Sean, I was... All right. Never mind.
Sorry about that.
Sean, no problem, no problem. I know you're kidding. I hope you're kidding. One more time, everybody. The book is Radical Nation, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's Dangerous Plan for America by Sean Spicer, New York Times bestselling author and a great former White House press secretary. Sean, thank you. And by the way, folks, here's a way you can get Sean Spicer's book for free. Subscribe to the Newsmax magazine. It's very easy. Call the number 800-398-5284. A great monthly magazine with Mark Levin on the cover. All right. Or go to radicalnation911.com/NMX. You can subscribe. You'll get the book. And this is a real gem. I highly recommend it.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.